responsibility. If you have a question, let your questions be at the end. If you need to write them down so you don't forget them, put your questions at the end. We want to thank God for Brother Pearl. He's been putting up pictures and stuff up and putting the audio on stuff. And you know, I like to listen to stuff, and people, when I post them on my page, I do get comments. Amen. That's where I kind of stopped. We moved the comments off because there was some things about that was going on Sunday morning worship, and people want to make comments about people praising. And it's sad because we live in a day and time that folks can't praise God without being mocked and saying stuff. And what kind of church is that? All these men dancing. You know, well, it's a sanctified church. This is where we're supposed to praise God. Is it so funny? They can post a whole bunch of people fighting in the street, and nobody says too much or nothing about where these Negroes are fighting like that, you know. And the only time you hear that the white folks saying it about the black folks, they need to go back to Africa and stuff. You know, when I be looking at YouTube clips and I be looking at fights and stuff, and you hear them, and then some of them so scared they won't post their picture up on, so they'll put some monkey on the icon and, you know, and whatnot. But it's sad that when the church is celebrating God, but the Bible speaks of that. The Bible tells us, he said that men will make fun of us. He teaches us that. The word of the Lord teaches us that we will be ridiculed, we will be judged, we will be criticized for the gospel's sake. Amen. Because you know why I realize people will criticize you and put you under scrutiny, because it's mere fact they want what you have, but they're afraid to do what you do. And that is called an unchallenged person. But a person who refuses to be challenged, to change, then they find themselves in situations, therefore they find themselves in uncomfortable environments. I was going to talk on Sunday and I didn't, because you know we came to church started at 11 and for 12:15 church was over with. It was over with and done. Amen. But we was talking, I want to talk about the state of the church, or the state of our world. And that's a responsibility that we all must have. The Bible says that the saints, the world was waiting on the manifestation of the saints of God, right? The world is waiting on the manifestation. We can mock and laugh at what the government has put its signature on about this abortion trip and stuff. You know it's illegal now, right? Yeah. Y'all know it's illegal, right? Yeah. You know why? Because God wants to make people responsible in irresponsible places.
All right.
Okay, now y'all gonna be quiet.
All right.
And make me have to walk down boulevards, and I don't want to walk down the boulevards tonight. I'm telling you, watch this, more to come. You know why they approved? You know why they approved homosexual same-sex marriages? Y'all not ready for this. I've been preaching this and talking about this since Los Angeles, California. I said in Los Angeles, California, that they will approve same-sex marriages, and this was done. We've been here going on 11 years. Right. It's going to be 11 years for me in October. Some have gotten here a little earlier. It's going to be 11 years for Pastor Ryan in July, and you in August.
No, April.
They are August, okay, however. But March made 11 years ago that we came to sky out the land, 11 years ago. And 11 years and some change ago, we was on Vernon and 8th Avenue. I said, y'all can mark my words, they're getting ready to pass the law that same-sex can be married. Yes, I said, the moment that they pass that law, the next law is going to be all right for men to rape and women to rape our children. And we won't be able to do anything about it.
Right.
Yeah, the pedophiles, thank you. And let me tell you something. It was a psychology that in the White House, there are sociologists, psychiatrists, and psychologists that work in lawmaking. A lot of these lawmaking function that is going on in the White House are based and ruled and governed by sociologists, psychologists, and psychiatrists. They get up and create these laws and entitlements that they call our generations and whatnot, because once they titleize a thing, you have to become a thing. Watch this. The moment I became Pastor Juan, you start looking at me different from being Juan.
Right.
The moment you became son-in-law, daughter-in-law, then guess what? You now become an in-law into another family. But until you put that ring on your finger or go before a judge or a preacher, Guess what? You just a girlfriend. Girlfriend does not have the benefits that in-laws, that daughter-in-laws or son-in-laws have. Why? Because that's a different title. So what sociologists, and notice, socially, we titleize people with titles so that they can start operating and functioning in ways that they're supposed to be functioning. Nothing is wrong with a title being in front of your name. Something is wrong is when you're irresponsible with the title that is on your name. Wait. We're not even talking about right now preaching titles. We're talking about socialization. We're talking about the title, I'm a man. You are a woman. The moment I put a dress on, I'm messing up the title of being a man, a boy, or a male. So Pastor Murray taught us something a few years ago. He said perversion or perverted is taking what is good, or what is good, healthy, well put together, and change it for your own benefit, to make it what? Sufficient to you. So when I hear that, I must say, Brother Chris, that if I'm taking something that is right, making it wrong to be sufficient for me, then now what I do is, not only am I walking out of my manhood or a womanhood, for the sisters, you can't put yourself into a godhood. Okay, right? So I'm going to show you something. You put yourself in a godhood, and once you put yourself in a godhood, then the Bible says whoever you yield your limbs to, it become your God. All right. So if you yield your limb to deceit, deception, lies, abandonment, rejection, those things become your God. So when you start praying and crying out to God, saying, Father, in the name of Jesus, I come to you, but you've been yielding to other sources. Well, watch this. In our hearts, we say, in our mouth, we say, I love you, God. Right. But in our heart, we got a plethora of other gods inside of us. Right. Somebody catch that tonight. I will hit y'all in Genesis, the 16th chapter, or the 6th chapter. Watch it. In my mouth, I say, God, I love you. Right. Brother Chris, I say, I love you. But I love you, God, but in my heart, I have a plethora of different type of God. God to please my flesh. God to have ways how to make money without doing it the righteous way. How can I abandon something that I created? See, so what happens is we have a plethora of different things in our heart, but our mouth is saying one thing, but our heart is saying something else. So you got to look at that scenario that I just painted before y'all. Something is wrong with that scenario. It's because the Bible says the mouth speaks the what? Abundance of the heart. So if I say I love you, God, but there's a plethora of different gods in my heart, then what God am I saying I love? Or what God I'm making people around me celebrate when they're thinking that it's the same God that they're serving, but I'm serving one of the plethora of God that's inside of me, but I just put him on a shelf equal with God. Wow. Watch this, Brother Chris, because now we messing up because the scripture said, think it not robbery to be equal with God. So if thinking not robbery to be equal with God, because we made us a little bit lower than the angels, then when I put a false God in position, and in the form of who God is or who we think the God is in your life. All right, let me make sure I make it very clear to us tonight. If I'm telling y'all I serve the Elohim, but then I put up homosexuality as my God, then what I am doing is, not am I only perverting who God is, but I am now redefining in the hearers of the people the kind of God I serve, and I'm making them now come subject to my God. And that sounds all day, every day like the spirit of Egypt. Because in spite of what the Egyptians thought about God, they wanted Israel to serve their God, which was the one eye. You put your monies out. The pyramid with the one eye. With the one eye. You got a scale. You got the pyramid. seal. Wait, let me, wait, oh, he's on this side. Now go and read it. Come on, you want it? I want you to go and read.
On top of it?
Yeah, you have to read it.
Like fluid, septis, and then it says Novus Ordo Secori.
See, all that, and if I ask y'all a question, some of y'all don't know it, huh? Don't thank you, Brother Zay. Some of us don't even know what it means, right? And I did too. So I just thought you probably knew, you're smart at some things, but you let me dumb at some other things too. So watch this. So it is amazing to me that we search for this soul. We work hard for this soul. And it's losing its value every day.
That's right.
It's losing its value every day. We're working so hard for it. And not only are we working hard for it, but we're deceiving other people to get it. We're being irresponsible in a place where God wants us to be responsible. Because watch this, currency is not your God.
Amen.
No, it's your seed.
Amen.
Right. Did I dismiss that? Currency is not your God. It's your seed. Watch this. And my late father used to say all the time, I don't walk by faith. You know, the scripture said we walk by faith and not by faith. Bishop used to say, I don't walk by faith, I walk in faith. He said, I'm walking in faith. I said, well, Dad, that's not what the scripture said. The scripture said we walk by faith. He said, I know what it says, man of God. He said, but I'm walking in faith. He said, because if I walk by faith, that means I'm accompanied by it or I'm accompanying it. And at any given time, it can abandon me or I can abandon it. And we see that happen almost every Tuesday night, almost every Sunday. Come on here. That we accompany something that is in Christendom and then we tend to leave it alone. But when you are in it, you can't leave what you're in.
Amen.
Amen.
You can only leave what you have you have lost passion to.
Come on.
Y'all better hear me. When the moment I leave this church, it's because I must have lost passion for it. Everything is not a shift. Some things is not a shift. It is a loss of passion.
That's good. That's good.
God is shifting. No, he's not. He ain't shifting in your line. Because I'm telling you why you're lying. Because we're suspicious about everything you say God told you. There's some things that you told me God told you to do, and I'm suspicious about the next thing or this last thing you told me. It's because I'm watching how you messing up all the last thing you say God told you to do.
That's good. Help us.
Come on. Why? Because the irresponsible mindset make you not respond to the voice of God. Because remember what I just said earlier in my argument, in my open argument. I say in my mouth, I love him, but there's a plethora of different other gods inside of me. So what God do I love at the moment I'm saying I love him? Because today I feel like a nothing one, and tomorrow I don't. Are you hearing me? I'm trying to help you. 1 minute, you in love with the church. The next minute, I don't know, I'm going to find another church. But we ain't going to miss you. We're going to feel a little salty about you leaving. But we're not going to miss you. Why? Because here's the problem. What you didn't do here, you're going to do your assignment from here somewhere else. And then guess what? You're going to be doing it with a tutor.
Come on.
Okay. Right.
And now, thank you, Brother Zay. Brother Pearl. Watch this. You be doing it with a tutor. But I read a sign on yesterday on a billboard. He said, why hire a tutor when you can get a team?
Okay.
And in small letters they say, because a tutor really don't work. Because if the tutor is not qualified to teach, but is only qualified to pass, he's still going to make you fail. Y'all just what I just said to y'all. See, just because Sister Andrew used to work as a teacher in the Learning Center school, that doesn't mean that she know how to go to the college professor and teach some of them stuff up in there. Now, she might can teach some things, but there's some stuff she gonna have to scratch her head and say, well, baby, come here, because I don't want to be looking like a fool. I put my foot in my mouth. And then you know what he's going to say? Well, you better look like your next spot. Can you bail about that mess right there? Because, see, I can't help you right there. And she know not to come and say, Peach, I said, girl, look. And when I was in school, it was reading, English, and mathematics. Arithmetic, that's what it used to be called. Now y'all got Algebra 1, Algebra 2, chemistry, and calculus. I mean, you got a whole bunch of stuff now. You understand? So I wouldn't be a good tutor. I passed math. I'm good in math, but I can't tutor you in that. Why? Because I was qualified to pass, but not qualified to teach.
All right.
Y'all hearing what I'm trying to talk to y'all? I'm talking better to y'all than y'all looking at me and responding. Watch this, because some people in your life is only qualified to make you exit, but not make you process.
Oh.
Some people is only in your life to make you exit where you're supposed to be and what you're supposed to be doing. Why? Because they're not qualified to make you be processed. Why? Look at the one with the issue of blood. Look at the one with the issue of blood. Look at it. Look at the one with the issue of blood. It's a process to lose weight.
Yes, it is.
It's a process to shaping your body up.
That's true.
But because I've got determination in me, listen, I don't care what the pain is. I don't care how my feet, the bottom of my foot is hurt. Listen, let me tell you something. Yesterday we power walked. Ryan was saying, he said, PJ, you're going too fast. You're supposed to be moving faster than this. I said, no. I read an article that said a person that power walk every day live 15 years longer. I need to live 15 more years. You can stay back there. I'm going to keep on going. And guess what? I had my bag on my back, and because, Pastor Ryan said, I have some weight on me. So I had my bag on my back. Well, I didn't have it for weight. I had it for protection. I had a few weapons up in there just in case something go down on that way. Y'all ain't crazy. So I had my bag in my back. I had my water in my hand, and I was power walking. I was going with my 1999 shoes from Ross. I was going. And you know what? I Googled up how to walk properly, and stuff, because some people just walk like this, and that's not the way. It's heel to toe. Heel to toe. Yeah, because I don't want to be messing up myself while I'm trying to fix myself. Right. You got to be irresponsible. People make you fix yourself up and you just be doing it all wrong. And guess what? Now you're adding more pain to what you're trying to fix. Right? So watch this. Now he's laughing at me. Now watch this. So I was walking. So we was power walking. So we walked 3 miles, right? In 1 hour. No, in 51 minutes. I was gone. And every now and then his phone would ring. I said, well, you just keep on. I said, that's the reason why I'm up here and you back there. Because what's on your side is bothering you. See, you're walking with a company. You're accompanying some things that you need to let go. If you're exercising right now, why ain't nobody calling my phone? He said, well, because everybody knows you. No. The phone is ringing, but I don't want to talk right now. Because I'm busy. I'm occupying my time. I'm trying to do what? Endure and go through everything I have to do because I have a short period of time to get this stuff done.
Right.
So I got to be responsible of doing what I want to be accomplished.
Right.
I'm about to help you with something. So I'm going. So I looked at the watch, and I got this little watch on. Thank you, Brother Mike. I got this watch on, and it tells me, 244 calories you done burned in 34 minutes. Boy, I'm gone. I'm walking. And now, mind you, I don't sweat. But Lord have mercy. I was going so all the under my, I be looking at brothers that be walking, Brother Chris, and all that sweat be under them. They should be all wet right here and all right here. Listen, I was all up here wet. I was wet down here. My back was wet. Why? And I'm just a marcher. I'm just going. So we go get a salad, right? So we finally get to Cross Street, right? Which is 3 miles from where we was. We get to Cross Street, right? So I think that Pastor Ryan really thought that we was going to sit there by at least 45 minutes. But he lost his mind. When that salad was finished eating and that second glass of water with lemon was finished drinking, I said, come on, let's go, we gotta go. He said, we just sit down. I said, you just sit down. But process it, I got to move. I got to keep on time. I got time span. Number one, I don't want to be caught in this park in the dark. Because I don't know the wrong person saying, I saw him in some dark-skinned man, he beat my pocket. He looked in the next, now they got some room out on me. See, the reason why some rumors is out is because we lazy. We don't know how to shift. We don't know how to move. The street taught me that. The street taught me that, Brother Chris. Street taught me when you're in one spot, you be careful. When it's over with, you're gone. You bounce the spot, you bounce. You get to moving. You get to going. You don't stay in one place and get familiar with it too much. Why? It's because familiarity will always hinder your process. Come on. It does. It's breed contempt. Oh, you hear me? So I got it. So what I did was I was getting ready to download, since I tested, I was getting ready to download, what is it, the bird, the jump, the bites. And I told Ryan, I said, well, we got to download no bike. We belong to Uber. Uber got their own bike. We had to do that, we just go into the Riders app. Go to the Riders app for the first 10 minutes of the dollar. So, got on, one Pastor Ryan found one bicycle. Watch this. Sometimes, y'all, in life, you'll find two things in the same spot. But it's not always necessary both of them going to work.
Right.
Y'all some funny acting in this Presbyterian church tonight. You will find two available things in one spot. It doesn't mean that they don't both work. Well, so because I did my homework, studied to show yourself approval, what really not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth.
That's right.
Right, so I studied, I got my app, I opened up my app, and when I opened up my app, it told me how many bikes was closed. One was 11 minutes, another one was 10 minutes, one was 4 minutes, one was 1 minute.
Okay.
So I jumped up because it was 1 minute. It's me sitting there eating a salad that was already finished, keep nibbling off of what I was already finished, or trying to enjoy the conversation with Pastor Ryan was going to make me miss that 1 minute walk.
All right.
Somebody else was doing the same thing that I was doing.
Right.
Are you understanding? Right. So I get to Sister Makisha, and I find the bike. I said, here it goes. One was next to mine, but they had the mechanic light on.
Okay.
It didn't work.
Service.
It needed service. Why? Because it's been used over its limit. So my bike had 18 miles to go. So I said, well, Ryan, look on it. He looked on it, and when he saw it, he said, oh, it's one over here. So he went to go get that one. He had a mechanical. Fix it, light on. Then he ran down the street. Now he's lost by me, you know, because I get on my bicycle, because my time had already started.
Okay.
But I'm wasting time trying to find Ryan.
Wow.
See, you see how sometimes life will put you, you be wasting your time trying to find out where the last booger you was walking with. You're wasting time. Your time. See, time don't stop because somebody's trying to find the same thing you done found.
Right.
Y'all some funny people in this church, I'm telling y'all. See, time don't stop. Somebody say that time don't stop.
Time don't stop.
Because your partner, your companion, your friend, and some folks with you is trying to find the same stuff you had already found. See, watch this. If they had did the homework like I was doing eating the salad, you would know exactly what was what. Now watch this. We passed the bicycle up that Ryan had to wind up getting. Pastor Ryan had to wind up getting. But because he was so busy trying to follow me to my bike, thinking there was some more bikes right there, which they were, but all of them was down. But you bypassed one that was already, now watch us, both of us bypassed one that was already. Right?
Right.
But my intention was not to get that one. Because that one was going in the direction of a different way than I was going. Why oftentimes we pick what's going in a different direction? Why didn't the Catholic Church? Hear me from the praise the Lord. Blessed I among women and blessed fruit thou, O Jesus. Through my fault, through my most gorgeous brother. Glory to God. They got quiet in this Catholic Church. Are you hearing me? So watch this. Here's the key. Here's the key to it. So we bypass it, right? So, in other words, when you are responsible, somebody say, when I'm responsible, I have to pay attention. Not just to the person I'm with, but the direction I need to go. Watch this, because sometimes the person you're with might be going the wrong direction that you're going. And you have to sometimes say, okay, well, you go find your bike, text me when yours start, so I can start mine when I find mine. So we both be on the same time then. But here's the problem. He only paid $3.28. I paid $3.90. Why? Because I already pressed start before he found his.
Okay.
So now I'm paying more because now I'm in the waiting process instead of the riding process.
All right.
Right.
Instead of pumping, getting my, what is calisthenics? What did you say?
Calisthenics.
Yeah, whatever it is. When I ride the bicycle, what did you say it is?
Oh, that's cycling. Calisthenics, anytime you're using your own body weight, right?
Oh, okay. Well, then, all right. Okay, bye.
Kinetic.
Cardio, right?
Cardio, whatever. I was behind on what I need to be doing, right? And the reason why I'm behind on what I need to be doing is because I'm waiting for Pastor Ryan. Not that he was wrong, he was just trying to find a working bike. Here's the key. There were so many people had ridden those bicycles and left them there, standing there. We thought they was all working. But they wasn't. See, sometimes in life, people will leave stuff right there in your view and give you false perception and illusions that you think something is there when it's really not. But I need somebody to make up their mind tonight that I'm chosen.
I'm chosen.
And because I'm chosen,
I'm
I got to be responsible. Genesis the 6th chapter, I think the 16th verse, shouldn't we be talking about Hagar?
Genesis 6.
Watch this, y'all. Watch this. So we get it. Now watch this, Mike. We get it. Watch this. I didn't know that it goes all the way. I knew it's 6 miles long. The Bell Walk is 6 miles long. But I didn't know I could run all the way to the 5 Point. See, if I knew Ronald would all the way to the 5 Point, we'd have walked all the way there and cut a bicycle back. Yeah, because see, you know what? I'm in the making. I'm in the making to get this stomach down. See, I'm determined in the making of whatever you want to say. I'm in the making. I am going to be looking better, feeling better, and acting better. I am not going to allow what my current state to allow to make me be stifled and stagnated because of laziness. Right. Bible speak against laziness, slothful spirits. Again, is that Genesis 6 and 16?
No, it's not on my Hagar.
It's wait a minute, I got it. Then it's Genesis 16, I'm sorry. Genesis 16 and 1 and Genesis 21, 8 through 21. Okay, 16 and 1, read.
Now Sarah Abram's
I don't want your Bible, I want his Bible.
Now Sarah, Abram's wife, had borne him no children, but she had an Egyptian slave named Hagar. So she said to Abram, "The Lord has kept me from having children. Go sleep with my slave, perhaps I can build a family through her."
Wait a minute. Do you see how malfunction this is? Today woman is trying to make the man be faithful to her. But yesterday woman said you can sleep with whoever you want to sleep with as long as it be a seat for me. In other words, watch this. Wait a minute. Watch this. It's not that Sarah was not going to have a baby. Okay, because if we go back and read scriptures prior, or chapters prior, God made a promise unto Sarah and Abraham at 190 years old. One was 100 and one was 90. So she laughed, remember? She laughed. See, a lot of times, a lot of your action, you may not do that, but a lot of times that mindset you have is laughing at the prophecy or the word of knowledge that God has just spoken over your life. Many of us in this room is guilty of laughing at God, and that's why we're stifled at becoming what God called us to become. He said at 90 years old, he said, "Come from among your kindred." Right? But he didn't tell it to Sarah, he told it to Abram. He said, "Abram, I want you to come from among your kindred. I need you." Listen, the reason why God wants so many of us to leave the DNA in which we was created, because that was only the usher. That was just only the door to get you here. But once you got here, you're supposed to become what he calls you to become. Because as long as we're fighting, let me say this to y'all. Because I know some of y'all think that you just want me to leave my family. Let me tell you, try to stay with your family. Because staying with your family, I see where you're going. And I ain't got no problem with you and your family. You can stay with your family. But there is some of us got to excommunicate ourselves from the mindset. So let me make it very clear. I never told none of y'all to leave your mamas and daddies and sisters and brothers and Jesus. I told y'all Negroes to detox. And let's go forward. Detox can simply mean cleaning out what is already in you, so allowing God to fill you up through the Word of God. A lot of people did not detox because they want to hold on to stuff that's been coming down from generation to generation to generation. If God did not want us to detox, why did Romans say, the scripture says, if any man be in Christ, he become a new creature, or is a new creature, or are a new creature. All things are what? Pass away, right? Then all things become what? Okay, if all things become new, then there's a lot of things about you have to change. I'm telling you, a lot of stuff about my life had to change. Why? It's because the moment I came in Christ, I got to start living as a Christian or a Christian. Are you hearing me? And as long as I'm living like Juan or Poochie, then guess what? When somebody snap at me, I snap back.
Right.
Are you hearing me? But the moment I step out of the realm of my carnality, because the Bible says to be carnal-minded is an enemy with God. You can't operate in carnality and expect the blessings of the Lord to overtake your life or to be upon your life or the favor of God to be in your life. Can I say this? I will. Thank you for giving me the ability to say it. Why? I got the mic. That's why I can say it. Some people and some things that is activating and reoccurring in your life is not for you. It is for what you're about to become, where you're about to go, and what God is about to release in your life. And some of us is too crazy enough to realize that this is a trick by the enemy, and it's not even Halloween. Come on here, America. Wake up and smell the coffee and the tea. Listen here. Some things the enemy know where you get ready to go, what you're about to become, and that booger will raise up against you and start bringing old stuff up. Old feelings. Wait. Let me help you. Since I'm talking about old, you know why? You know why he can bring it up? Because you never killed it. You just closeted it.
Oh.
Okay, yeah. I know some of y'all that don't like Bible class tonight. I know some of y'all that don't like Bible class tonight. But sure enough, as I am tired, the muscles are tired, but my heart is pumping and saying the truth to y'all, nothing but the truth, so help me God. Some stuff you got in the closet and the attic, and guess what? As long as it's in the closet and as long as it's in the attic, you give it the activity or the ability to operate in your life at the lowest part of your life. And you'll give it also the ability to operate even in the victorious moments of your life.
Amen.
Ooh.
You right there. You right there at victory. Then all of a sudden, Peekaboo shows up. Girl, what? Boy, what? I ain't seen you in 10 years, and now you just gonna hobo your little crazy self over here, and now you want to talk? Child, I ain't got time for you. First of all, guess what? If you caught up in your victory, guess what? Defeat will never recognize you. And the reason why defeat is not on your door, because you ain't caught up in your victory. Come on here, somebody. The reason why defeat is knocking at your door is because you are not wrapped up and clothed in victory.
That's good.
Oh, y'all don't believe it. Paul said, come on, Paul want to talk. He said, tell them in Ephesians 6, put on the whole armor of God. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principality, power, spiritual wickedness, rulers of darkness in this world. Come on.
Amen.
I got a massage in his temples. It must be too much for him. It must be too much for him. Come on here. I'm trying to help you with something. If defeat will never have a conversation with you if you're wrapped up in victory.
Come on.
Put on the whole armor of God. You don't wrestle against it. Listen, what the fight against you ain't about you.
Amen.
This fight ain't about you.
Amen.
About your future.
It's about what you get ready about to become.
Amen.
Man.
You're about to become so powerful and victorious and phenomenal. This ain't about you. It's not.
Amen.
This thing is about to mess up your whole entire walk. If you kiss with a butterfly, you are not, you will kiss a frog, it ain't gonna turn into that's a pigment.
Amen.
If you kiss a frog, you're gonna get a war.
It's something else.
Are you hearing me?
Yes.
Come on, child, read. Genesis 1 and 3 says what?
1 and 3.
Genesis 16 and 3.
And Sarah, Abram's wife, took Hagar, her maid, the Egyptian, after Abram and had dwelt 10 years in the land of Canaan, and gave her to her husband Abram to be his wife. Number 4, and he went.
Wait. Sarah gave a slave her position. Y'all not catching this. Y'all not catching this. Sarah gave Hagar her position because I don't want to be faithful to what word God gave me.
Wow.
And because I don't want to be faithful, Hagar, you can have it. Now watch this. The moment he sleeps with Hagar, wait, y'all. Wait. Sarah was 90 and slept with a 100-year-old man and didn't get pregnant. But that young tenderoni
My God.
slept with that 100-year-old man and got pregnant. So the problem was not in Adam. The problem was in Sarah's faith. See, Adam believed that what God said, I'm going to do it. Sarah said, I'm too old. She was finding excuses of why I can't do it. But watch this. She go get now a bottom woman, a slave, make her the mistress.
Right.
Watch this. It's sad when you get out of position and you go find somebody that's not familiar with your prophecy. Oh, help me today, Jesus.
My goodness.
It's sad for you to come out of your position, leave your prophecy, and allow someone, you handpick somebody to come in and take the seat of reward to get your blessing, but they never heard your prophecy. They're not even familiar with your prophecy. They don't even understand your prophecy. They get it, watch this, now get pregnant. Wait a minute, if the same 100-year-old man got that tenderoni pregnant, could not that same 100-year-old man sold his mulch up in that 90-year-old over and got her pregnant? All she had to do is just have faith. And watch this, faith in the prophecy that the Lord gave, or the word of the Lord that came unto him. He said, you shall be a mother. You shall be a father. How? I'm old. Why would God wait till you're old? Why would God wait until it seems like it won't happen? Because he gets glory out of the thing that looked like it would never happen. Watch this. Watch this. She gets the prophecy. She gets the fulfillment of the prophecy. Brings forth a child. What's the name? What's the child's name? Ishmael. Ishmael, the descendants of what? The Muslim faith today come from the seed of the descendants of the Ishmaelites. Watch this. Now you got the now child that's here. Now she's pregnant. Now I believe she only got pregnant to show off. Watch this. You ready? She want to show off that I still have authority. No, girl, hold on. Pump your brakes, baby. You ain't got no authority. That's abandonment, because you abandoned your post and you didn't put somebody else up in that doggone post. Get that doggone position, and now you're walking around here looking a hot mess. Watch this. God says to tell the church. I said it on Sunday, but I couldn't get deep into it on Sundays because that's all I'm going to say. But however, God told me something. He said, Juan, what is happening in the White House? Watch this. They're going to march and do all that stuff that they're doing. It will be effective, but not totally. Because God says, I'm making people responsible for the things that they do. Because a lot of people was written stuff is because you weren't ready or you felt certain kind of ways. And that's not the plan of God. We got grace and we have mercy. That if we fall, we can get back up. Come on, God is responsible to make us get to where we got to go. But we got to be responsible not to put too much on God fixing us up to get us where we got to go. Okay, now some of y'all ain't going to say nothing about that. Right now. See, God already got a job to get you there. Don't make his job hard because you start creating something. Every check you get in, you create a new mess, a new bunch of craziness. No, you don't make it, you don't create more stuff for God to keep fixing because he don't fix one thing. Come on, well, because you know what? It slows your process of getting to where you got to go. Now, watch this. Pass verse to the chair. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7. Now, ain't nobody else in this chair. But if he create an issue in every chair he get in, and I got to fix him, it's going to take him longer to get here.
Right.
See, God's not trying to fix everything that you got, that you created, because remember, I told y'all he made you a God. You obey God. You have the power of life and death. You have the power to create. You have the power. Come on here. You have the power. Come on, and to correct, to create and to correct. You have the power to do that. Why? By getting in the word. John 15:7. Abide in me, and my words abide in you. And then you can ask me what you will, and it will be done unto me. Huh? Amen. Come on, get me Romans 1. Come on. Romans 1. Romans 1 and 1. Talk it out. Just talk it out. Just talk it out. Come on.
Paul, the servant of Jesus Christ, called to be an apostle,
Paul was servant of Jesus Christ. He was called to be an apostle. Read.
separated into the gospel.
Wait a minute. He was what? Okay, come on, saints of God. If you're going to have victory, you got to separate yourself from stuff. There's just some stuff you got to separate yourself from if you're going to have the victory. The scripture says in Romans 1, right? And 1, he says what? Paul, an apostle of the Lord Jesus Christ, did what? He separated what?
Unto the gospel of God.
Unto where? Unto where?
Gospel.
Okay, if he separated to the gospel of God, then why are we so separated unto foolishness? Set apart, separated. Died to. Fallen from. Whatever version of the Bible says, you got a job, a responsibility to read.
Which he had promised afore by his prophets in the Holy Scriptures.
In other words, the prophecy is prophecy that calls this man, huh? And are we reading the same thing?
Yes.
It's prophecy that's called. He said, because of what was already spoken. Read.
Concerning his son.
You can't kill what already been spoken of your life. Every one of y'all in this room got a word of God over your life. And you got to stop acting a fool out yourself and be responsible and for that word to come alive. Because guess what? Y'all, let me help you with something. Everybody say Hagar.
Hagar.
Now watch this. Watch this. Hagar was an Egyptian slave given unto Sarah to serve her. But then Sarah chose her to be the mother of her husband firstborn. Listen, I'm trying to help y'all with something. God that chose you out your Egyptian slave mentality so that you can be what? The choice of the people that you serve. You serve your mamas, your daddies, your aunties, your uncles. That's why you got to live right and do what it is God's telling you to do so the other family members can reap the benefit of what you've been chosen for.
Amen. Amen.
Every one of us in this room got a choice of God over our life. We are chosen by God. That's why the enemy is trying to mess up your life. That's why the enemy is trying to make you be bamboozled, hooked with, run amok on.
Charge to keep.
Come on. He's doing this to you because you're going to save your whole family.
Amen.
Amen.
He's doing this to y'all because you are the ones that's going to save your family.
Amen.
You are the Egyptian choice. And I'm glad that God chose me. Because the Egyptians was not even a part of God. But he took me from a part of people that didn't even know God. And made me get to know this God. And now I'm teaching other people how to know the same God that I came from a family that didn't even know God. Y'all can hear what I'm saying to you. Some of y'all in this room came from family members that didn't even know God. They went to church but didn't know God. They served in church but didn't know God. They was ushers but didn't know God. They sang on the choir and didn't know God. They were sitting on boards of directors in the church but did not know God. But God took you and let me see even go as far as this. Some folks of our family members knew God but didn't know the way God wanted to be known. Y'all ain't hearing me. Some of our family members, they knew of God, they had the form of God, but God said, wait a minute, they don't know me like I want them to know me. So I'm going to raise you up so that you can bring my knowledge and my heart into your family. So that's why I'm choosing you in spite of all the craziness.
Amen.
You are the choice of God. That's why the enemy fights y'all. That's why the enemy do what he does. That's why the enemy make y'all act a fool out yourself. That's why the enemy make you cry. I don't know what I want to do. I want to do. You're acting like you're a liturgical dancer for the devil. Come on here. If you're going to dance for Jesus, don't dance for the devil.
Amen.
Come on here. You got all your little Louis Vuittons on and whatever things is and what it is. Them. I said Louis Vuitton. But what it is. The little turns and you just dancing for the devil. The devil just stripped you this way. You just flow going your little self around here, just looking like a little sissy in some stocking, just all over the kingdom. Come on here. God called you to be a man. He called you to be a woman. He called you to be strong. He called you to be powerful. Come on here. Put on the whole armor of God. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood. And then the scripture goes say, after you've done all that you got to stand ye therefore in the liberty of God. Come on here. Oh, you hear me? He said, I've given you power to tread upon serpents and scorpions. I've given you power. You don't know the power you have because you're still sleeping in the closet with all that defeated stuff.
Amen.
You're comfortable with that defeated stuff. That's why every time I prophesy to you, you go to sleep. Yeah. The prophet told it to us, but y'all want to call him a child lesson when he was trying to be a prophet. I'm trying to tell you, he gave us what, 19 series, didn't he? Well, how many? 26 series. He gave us 26 reasons to come out of the closet. And in that bad book, he not only just gave us the reason, but he gave us some videos. Come on, we had video of the preacher man. Oh, y'all don't believe what I'm saying. See, do you know why I'm not married with R. Kelly? That book told us what his mind was all about a long time ago. When he said, I come out of the closet, he was coming out of that closet, baby. He had a little midget man, y'all saw that one. He had the two funny buddies, y'all saw that. You saw he had the preacher. Oh, come on. He showed us some stuff coming out of the closet, and he stood right there visualizing himself. Out the closet, coming out the closet. And he said it all. And now we mad at him 26 years.
What's in the closet? You got to come out.
Oh, you hear me? That Buddha told us.
Hello.
Yeah, you know what got me was when the midget came out. He came out, and then he messed on himself. One of them messed on himself. And then, see, he told us, but we so entrapped with the closet. We so entrapped with our secret closet that you don't think Pastor want to know about. Oh, I know about your closet, baby. Yeah, I know about your closet. Because see, while you in the closet, I'm praying. Come on here. That's the reason why I don't fool a lot of folks in the church. Y'all ain't saying that here. Folks talking to me, and it's not that I hate you. I don't hate you. I still love you. I'm just bothered because in your mouth you tell me you love me, but in your heart there goes a lot of conversations about me. I got a problem with that, America. Come on here, because can't nobody go to you and tell you something I say, because I can tell it to you my own self.
Right.
Or I'll say across the pulpit and you know I'm talking to you. Come on here, somebody. Come on here. That's why I'm not shortchanging what I got to say. But guess what I'll say? But my mama can't talk about y'all, but you let your children talk about me. Or come on, you let your grandbabies talk about me. You let other folks say something about me. My sister sitting over there, they can't talk about this church. The first time you say something about my church, oh, I got to go now. Hold up, because this is going to go a whole nother way. I've always been that way. Why? Because thy kingdom come, thy will be done. God gave me these people, and it's a charge I keep, and a God I got to glorify. He laid these souls at my hands, so I got to be responsible. Amen. Even when I don't want to be responsible. Okay. I want to drink too. I want some sex too. Mine still work. I know what's going to tell y'all. Mine is work. Everything about me still work. It wakes me up in the morning, man, that can wake the rest of y'all up.
Yes, it does.
Come on here. Thank you, Brother Pearl. It wakes us up. But at the end of the day, I got to be responsible. So that I don't be nobody's blog.
Amen.
I got to be responsible. That was in my closet is cleaned out. Because somebody will come pick you and torment in your house one day. Somebody will break in your house, and we will all know what's in there. I'm trying to tell you. Why? Romans 1, he says, come on. Finish me. I got to go. I got about 10 minutes.
Concerning his son, Jesus Christ, our Lord, which was made of the seed of David.
Go to 16, 8 verse.
First, I thank my God through Jesus Christ for you all.
Mm-hmm. This is what Paul said. He said, I thank God through Jesus Christ for all of y'all. Come on.
That your faith is spoken of throughout the whole world.
Mm-hmm. Breathe.
For God is my witness, whom I serve with my spirit in the gospel of his Son, that without ceasing I make mention of you always.
Watch this. As leaders, when y'all sleeping, we gotta talk to God. When I'm in the car at 4 o'clock in the morning, when you get 3 o'clock, 3:30, eyes open up, I look at the clock. Sometimes God says, you need to talk, you need to pray. You need to start praying right now. It's a trap. God give me a vision. God give me dreams. Say, look, what's this? What is that? start praying. He said, they don't know that's a trap. That's a trap. They don't know they need to come from over there. Let them leave that alone. Don't do that. They even playing a trap right there. There's a ditch right there. You're going to die in that situation. Watch this. Watch this. Because leaders, we have to always be making intercession. Why? Because the Bible said, muzzle not the ox, tread the corn in the field. You should not want to create stuff to make your leaders have to stay at the altar. If we're going to be at the altar, let's be at the altar because you're holding on to your victory. Not because you've been wrapped up in defeat.
Amen.
Are you hearing me? Come on. If we're going to be at this altar, let me be at this altar with a glad heart. And that's in God, I'm here again. Come on. Because watch this. The scripture said you have withered the prophets until there is no more remedy. You have withered the prophets so there is no more remedy for you. Go to number 10. What is it?
10. Make a request if by any means, not length, I might have a prosperous journey by the will of God to come to you.
Go to 16.
For I am not ashamed of the gospel.
There you go. There you go. Well, give me 15.
So as much as it is in me, that's all. So as much as it is in me, I am ready to preach the gospel to you that are. What he said? That's okay. Read it here quick.
So as much as
Here you
in
go.
me
Watch this. So this is the Apostle Paul. He said, so as much that is in me,
is, I am ready
to preach
the gospel to you.
the gospel unto you. In other words, I'm ready to do my responsibility. Come on.
To you that are at Rome also.
I don't care what state you may be in. You may not be Pastor Murray. You might be MJ for right now. But whatever state you're in, the Apostle Paul said, I'm ready to deliver what's inside of me. Are you hearing me? What is in you inside your living is ready to be inside of your hearing. And the moment it gets in your hearing, it can get in your heart. And when it gets in your heart, it's in your actions. You know why? It's not in a lot of our actions in here because it hasn't gotten into our hearts. We just heard it, and we have not embraced it. Because the moment you embrace what you hear, you become it. You're victorious. Oh, I'm victorious. Start walking. You might have a little limp. You might have to walk slow. So nobody know that you have a little limp in you. But you're doing it, and you done practiced it so long until one day you look at you just walking fast. Forrest run, Forrest. You know Forrest start running. You remember that Forrest run? He started running. I mean, he started running. He ran so until running. Them things fell all over him, and he kept on going. He went from one scene to the next scene. He was just like a little Energizing Berry commercial, just going. He was just, I mean, that boy was so, I think he called it Energizing Bunny. He ran so fast and kept on going, he called over Jesus and told Jesus, I'll see you tomorrow. I mean, Forrest Gump was running. Why? Because somebody encouraged, whatever, that girl that told him to run. Jenny said, run, Forrest. Whenever you're in trouble, thank you, just run. Listen, I'm trying to tell you something. Whenever something come up to you, run with your victory run. Just get your victory run. Say, oh, I got this. And just get your running. And that's right. If you're running, the Bible told us to run. He said, flee fornication. You say that. Resist the devil. I can't get anybody. Say, hey, in here. If you resist the devil, he's going to flee from you. He'll resist. Come on, baby. You stand right there, so I'm telling you. Come on, let's stand. And start playing with it. Then you look up, you've been busted just like him. I'm trying to tell you something. You got to run and be faithful to the call of God. Come on, finish me that.
The just shall live by faith.
15 says the just shall live by faith. Number 16 says what?
For I am not ashamed of the
Paul
gospel.
said, I'm not ashamed of the gospel of the Lord Jesus Christ. Why?
For it is the
what? The power of God unto what? Unto salvation. Look at your neighbor and tell your neighbor, when everything else fails, we got the word of God. Come on, look at your neighbor and say, I made some whole bunch of mistakes. These 5 months. Look at your neighbor and say, but the other 7 months, God and His grace and His powerful word that's down on the inside of me that's about to make me walk in victory. Like I ain't never walked in victory. Oh, come on, look at your feet and tell your feet, I am victorious. Because God charged me and he turned around and he said, lay with that girl. Got that girl pregnant. 9 months later, she got a baby. What happened? What happened?
She told her to leave.
Yeah. Well, first of all, no, after she had the baby, the child had to grow up. The child grew up, and now she wants a baby. Because she sees. Are y'all hearing me? Are you hearing me? I'm trying to help somebody tonight. Listen, don't get something. Listen, don't want to preach now because you see somebody else preaching and making good money. Because you don't know who they're laying up with to get all that good money.
Right.
Y'all quiet. The Lord spoke to me. The Lord spoke to me. He spoke to me. He said, for your birthday, he said, I want you to do a one-day crusade for your birthday. I said, okay, God. I said, you always changing my plan. He said, I want you to do a one-day crusade on the day of your birthday. He said, you keep everything that you said you're going to do, but turn out to be a one-day crusade on your birthday. Watch what the Lord said, because I'm going to pay you back from 17 years old to your current moment. He said, you've been preaching for 32 years. You've been pastoring for 31 years. He said, you don't have, he said, Juan, you don't have the God heart. He said, but you got my heart. Y'all ain't saying that. You never have a woman or a man that say, baby, you got my heart. Y'all ain't saying that. When you got that man or that woman tell you that you got their heart, you got their pocketbook, their bank account, their credit card score, y'all ain't saying that here. Their passport, passwords, all that. Why y'all women looking at me like that? When you hear a man that say, baby, you got my heart. You ain't of my heart, but you got my heart. God told me something. He said, son, I'm about to make you a place. I'm about to make you a place. And I said, but you don't make me a place? He said, yeah, because you don't have the God heart. You got my heart. You know, let me tell you how he said. Let me slow down because I'm talking fast. He said, you don't have the heart of God. To have the heart of God is different from having when God says, you got my heart. To have the heart of God simply means I've learned his attributes and who he is, his mannerisms, and I'm learning to be like him, his character. But when God said, you got my heart, in other words, he said, I'm feeling in love with you. Yeah, and you can do something, whatever you do now, I got to fix it for you. Because you got my heart. Come on, y'all ain't saying that here. Don't you know the church got God's heart? Y'all ain't saying that here. The church got God's heart because the church is the bride. Why y'all looking at me like I'm just talking about me? If you are in the church of the living God, he ain't just talking to me, he's talking to you too. You got God's heart because the church is the bride. And I ain't never seen a groom let the bride go down.
Right.
A good groom gonna work hard to give his bride the dream of the way of her life. Y'all ain't saying that. A good man gonna work hard, gonna break his back like my grandma used to say. That man will go out to work from sun up to sundown, his head down, his butt up in the air. And guess what? That man come back home, he don't want to see no rolls in his head, in your head. That man want to see the clean house, them children together. Why? Because that man just broke his back to bring a paycheck to you.
All right.
Are you hearing me? A real good man. He'll make provision when there ain't no provision to be made. He'll find money places. He'll find a credit out there. He'll go out there and cut some grass and turn around and pick cans and go get plastic. Y'all ain't saying that here. And they turn around and start jumping behind the truck and say, let me move further. Bro, can I help you? Because I got 4 kids. And I got 3 other jobs, but I need 1 more job. Y'all ain't saying nothing. And drop all the money to the wife. And will never want to put on a fancy suit, but long as his wife look good and his children look good. He got a clean house. Y'all ain't saying nothing. A clean tub with no ring around the tub. I can't get no help over here. When he walk in the kitchen and open up the icebox, he has some cold water, some lemonade, some iced tea, some fruit punch. Y'all ain't talking good. I don't care if it's just 1 pork chop. That's for daddy. Daddy, that mama said, that's your pork chop. Y'all ain't saying nothing here. When that woman in the church made that God, that man, God, feel like a man and God, guess what? That man and that God was turn around and do some stuff for that church and that woman that ain't nobody else did before. Y'all ain't responding to me good.
Right.
Because see, when you become responsible to make God smile, God responsible to make you happy.
Amen.
Come on. You got to get to the place that you be responsible to make God smile. He said, the power of God. I'm not ashamed of the gospel. Are you hearing me? I'm not ashamed of the gospel. Can't nobody talk about the church to me. Somebody was in the car yesterday, talking. He said, now turn the radio. He said, the man said, can you turn the radio? I said, no. He was Asian. You need to talk to me like that in my kind of way. But he said, he was talking to the other Asian girl, she was a Christian, but he was trying to make her not be a Christian. But tomorrow, this ain't real, so I just turned the radio. I didn't even take no conversation, just turned the radio. And it was on 102.5. Then the song came, Jesus can work it out. I just repeated against the story. He can work it out and sing right along the song. He got so quiet, he said, first of all, it was her Uber ride. You were just a rider. So you don't ask, you don't have no requests. You bootleg it. You study, get out of here. So she turned around, she said, but you know, I'm just going to stay a Christian because I just think it, she talked through the music. I just think that it's just the right thing for me to do. I just feel it in my heart to heart, it's the right thing to do. And he just going, See, I don't want people to know. I'm not going to argue about what the church is right, the church is wrong. Because guess what? As long as the church is an organism and the world is an organism, and we got people coming out from that world into this church, it's going to always be problem in this church. Why? Because we got people coming from out there that ain't no home training. They don't have mamas and daddy with good sense. Then they come up here, they gonna kill the preacher, try to help you. I'm dying, preachers are dying, trying to do what parents should have done when the children came out. See, Andrew and Pastor Murray, Mick, MJ, what'd you say? How you supposed to say it? Sure, don't say it, no. You hold the door for people. They walk right in, won't say thank you. You just want to slap them behind there, but you never got the door. I held the door. I held the door for Brother Quick. He walked in, he didn't say anything. The old man came out and said, come on, bro. I held it for him, he didn't say that. You come on. He said, I'll watch him. And me and him did the way he tripped in. He said, I was waiting for him to say, thank you, Dr. Hill. He ain't say nothing. Then he walked back. I said, oh, bro, my bad, my mind was somewhere else. Oh, you didn't heard us talking about you, now your mind was somewhere else. See, that's the same thing they do when they come to church. Yeah, I heard you say, but my mind was somewhere else. All right, then I can't be right. See, then the church has to suffer. Pastors preaching their hearts out, and they have to suffer. You know, this issue that's in this church, that's in the church, it's really in the church fault. There you go. As long as people is in the church. And listen now, Jude said, be aware of those men that crept in here. Everybody did not come here to be saved. Some folks came in here to make us miserable. They are seeds sown from the enemy. What did the scripture say? What did the scripture say, Mike? What did the scripture say? The scripture turned around and said what? He said, we have sown the seeds, and tear came up. And Jesus said, an enemy has done this. In the middle of the night, somebody else came and sowed what you just sowed. And now terror is coming up with your wheat. Come on. Then they questioned Jesus. Jesus said, let it alone. Don't fool with it. Because see, you ain't no harvester. You ain't no farmer. You don't know what you're doing. He said, let the wheat and the tare grow together. Now, living in the country, we went to a little gym, a place where they do the wheat and tare. A lot of times they take that wheat and they beat it against a screen to make it become fragile. Then they go through another process to separate the wheat and the tare from each other. And when I saw that, I said, oh, okay. So they had this little bunch of tares in the corner. They said, don't mess with that. We was on a field trip one day. Well, I still didn't understand what it was because I was in school. I was a kid. I didn't know what it was. So they said, this is not good. And then somebody came and took it and dispersed it. But then they showed us the wheat. And they showed the process of the wheat and all what wheat is in and how good it was for you. Right? In spite of what's going on, guess what? Every tare is in the church. Somebody did that in the middle of the night. That nighttime come, the dark time of ministry, somebody come and start sowing things. The dark times in your lives, people come and start sowing things. But you have a responsibility to guard. The Bible says guard your heart, because out of it comes the issues of life. Will you hear me? Genesis 16 teaches us about this little girl named Hagar. She was chosen to be a servant. She served. It's very dangerous when you serve it, and the person you serve is jealous of you. It's dangerous. You mean, Pastor, we got something we say, we're going to get rid of this thing. This is a stage 4 cancer. We're all going to die. If we don't cut this mess up out of here, we all. There is some people cannot come back into this ministry because they came in the dark times. Pastor Murray wanted to pass them by. But I'm going to sit in the corner when you come and shake my hand. Oh, you know, all right, over there. Right over there. Oh, come over here and shake my hand, folks. Right over there. Because some people came in the dark time of this ministry. Let me tell you something. Because we love and we're supposed to love. We love and we're supposed to love. I'm going to say it again. We love and we're supposed to love. But you should love you so that you'll never allow somebody that don't love you to kill you while you watch them kill you. That's not love, that's stupidity. I can love you and never do no evil to you and let you do you and live you. Don't bother me, I won't bother you. And if you even bother me, love will make me leave you alone. I remember one time Pastor Murphy said something. What did you say? One day he was talking about something. He said, I don't fool people. He said something to the fact that they didn't want these shoulders. So for them to stay woke, I'm just going to leave them right on by. Just going to walk away because they don't want these shoulders. Sometimes you just got to let people, they don't want these shoulders. They don't want these hands. Listen, just go on, baby. Go on, Cletus. Run, Forrest, run. I'm telling you, you're going to be wishing that these bullets fell over you. You keep on bothering me. You understand? But you got to get to a place. I want you to make sure that you understand the power of responsibility. The power of responsibility. You got to be responsible. And you got to stop allowing people to make you irresponsible. What is irresponsible?
Doing something opposite of what you know to do, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's a good one. To me, I look at being irresponsible as this. I'm in the place to be responsible. I made a conscious decision to not be responsible because right now at this moment, I'm selfish. I was looking at that thing, man. I said, so selfishness got to work with being irresponsible. Yeah, you want what you want. And at the moment you want what you want. I done gave a lot of y'all testimonies in here. That's why some of y'all, I can't pray some stuff up for y'all. Because I have given you testimonies after testimonies about what the Lord has done to me and people. Don't do that. And some of y'all just repeat saying the stupid crazy things over and over and over and over and over. And you don't think don't nobody really know. Come on, people of God, you got to do it the way God's calling us to do this thing. I ain't gonna never tell nobody. Listen, I told a preacher 2 days ago, 3 days, what today is? Tuesday, so that was Friday, that was 4 days ago. 4 days ago, a preacher was talking to me, he said, I like you because you're very transparent. I said, well, I'm gonna stop being transparent. He said, why don't you stop being transparent? Because sometimes being transparency got cold words to it. Transparency can kill you. Trust me, I know. Some folks will get to be transparent to where they come from and try to understand. No. Some people being transparent, watch this, Pastor, write down in your book. Get your phone out so you can write this down. Get your phone out so you can write it down. Or you put it in your book. Or you got your pen. Maybe because you're the only one probably won't write it down. That's why I picked on you. Most time, people that are transparent to you, because they don't have the power to deliver you.
Wow.
If I be transparent to you, it's most of the time it's because I don't have the power to deliver you. Well, you always transparent to us. What you trying to say, PJ? I'm trying to say to you what I'm saying to you. Most time when people are, I didn't say me, I said people, are transparent to you because they have no other formula to deliver you. So what they do is they be transparent and open to you to let you know where they are, where they have been, and they understand because they're waiting for me or Murray to come in their church to set you free and then they'll get the glory out of it.
Wow.
Okay, then they go across over because some of y'all act like y'all in the Lutheran church now. So let me fix it. I've learned in ministry, out of all my years of preaching, there was people who was transparent, and I was like, oh man, they was so transparent, Brother Chris, man, you be real to us. Man, I let that brother, this be real. Here's the code. He's been so real, now I know he struggled with that, I want the challenge to change.
Wow.
Wow.
I don't have to change, because he told me he's struggled with those things. And the Lord, he kept preaching. See the codes? Or sometimes, they be transparent, the next thing you know, the blog come up, now that person that was transparent is in the paper with somebody that was transparent with. See all in the codes? See all in the codes? I was telling Pastor Murray one time, I tell the men in this church, we got a lot of these men, these prophets come in one of their hands.
Right.
feel.
All right.
It costs to feel on me. You don't get no free feels here, ain't a trick. And I ain't gonna crack. It costs to feel. You know what they do? They feel to see how big your chest is. I'm telling you, I sit around tables with prophets. I sit around tables with people, with women, and like, oh, girl, I laid hands on that boy. Woo, that six-pack. And I'm sitting at the table as a young prophet, a young minister, young evangelist saying, what? And I got a smile on my face. Y'all so crazy. But the whole time, I'm recording in my conscience so I can tell the kingdom of God. Be aware. Be aware of caution warning. What's the surgeon warning? I'm trying to tell you, he said, with a general surgeon? General surgeon. Something about going on around here in this campground. Watch this. They'll lay hands to see how buff Brother Chest is. You know, I had one prophet, I won't call his name. But this prophet, he had never been in this church, but y'all saw him. Y'all saw him.
All right.
Y'all saw him before. He had his whole hand in my God brother. Well, Sister Phyllis and them, Pastor Meriden, you know, my God brother Yadel. Yadel was up there standing pointing. And Yadel's a good looking brother, right? From Chicago. He lived in LA. And he just tell me that, just can't sing but love God, just trying to find God. And this prophet would lay hands on him. And by the time he had Yadel and a few others bent over, this man had his whole hand down inside those boys' pants. You know, that's when all the men were wearing, you know, bigger pants. And I'm standing there behind the chair, and something took my nose and said, I ain't gonna say something. I just looked over, because I keep on wondering why these children all bent over like this, right? And when you bend over like this and you got a man standing behind you, you're a man, most times you want to move like this, you know, so it don't look funny on the camera. So I'm like, I just move like, if y'all watch my things, y'all see what I'm in agreement of and what I'm not. I looked over, and the other young boy, he looked at me like, I reached down there and grabbed that prophet's hand, pulled his hand away from that boy and turned the boy around. I said, go back to your seat. And everybody in the pulpit is looking at me like, I did something wrong. You got your whole hand in this man crouch. Come on here. But you just got to be transparent. You just got to be sharing. And all these men were standing there with open spirits. My God. And now the spirit of perversion is there. Intervening by laying on of hands. What that movie is? What was the name of that movie, y'all? When you touch people, the demons and the spirits start going in people. It was a word movie.
Falling.
Falling. When you pass by the spirit falling to people, right. Do you know when the prophet's hands are dirty? When the leader's hands are dirty? You know when the bishop's hands? See, people ain't gonna like me. People ain't gonna like me. I don't think you're ready for me to be a pastor, because people ain't gonna like me. People don't want me to empower y'all with this kind of stuff right here. I'm trying to tell you something. That's why this church is small. People don't want to hear it. People don't want you to be empowered with this. Why? Because you know why? It's because the moment you become empowered with the demons under the cloths called anointed or sacred, your eyes is open up, and then you now challenge them, then the devil rebuke you. Say, you're the devil. No, you're not the devil. You guard your heart, because that's what the Bible says. Everybody prophesying to y'all, and you know what I'm saying? With you and y'all, sit down. Tell them, don't hold up, man of God. No, that, you ain't talking to me. Talking to somebody else. It ain't me you talking to. Because I don't have that problem. And just go sit yourself right on down. You have that right. Because guess what? When people start speaking stuff over you, and you don't fix that, that stuff follow you home, that stuff become you. And then you be wrestling. Are you hearing me? So he did that, and literally, I promise you, this is no joke. He literally had his hands in that boy's pants. And that boy struggled for months because the pastor the pastor, y'all gonna celebrate me one day that I don't let everybody come in here and preach and teach to y'all and whatnot. The pastor was friends with the prophet, and he was friends with me. I was a member of the church at the time, I care for him. And Andrew, he was so much of a friend with the man that he couldn't rebuke the man. Why? Because of familiarity. He couldn't correct the man. But listen, but here's the thing. I don't believe it was because of familiarity. I believe it was because you know me and I know you. But see, I'm a different kind of transparent preacher. I don't care what you know. I'm going to tell you before you tell it, but you don't get that mess straight. What you got to be in my church. I got nothing to deal with these folks. You ain't coming up in here and do nothing. Because you can stay away. Or better, even if you didn't fix it, don't let them come back again. You understand? But you didn't do that. A month later he was back. A month after that he was back for 2 weeks at a time. But I'll never forget the young man would wake up at night and he was having all these weird feelings. And he called me one night, about 2:30 in the morning. He said, Prophet, I need you to pray. I said, what's wrong? He said, I'm having this. I'm like, why? He said, I go into these dreams and this person faces in my dreams. The person faces in my dream. And I'm like, oh, I'm coming against that foul spirit. I'm coming against this foul spirit right now in the name of Jesus. We began to pray and rebuke the devil and dismiss him. And I had to ask him questions. Because, you know, deliverance, but that's a whole other story. Ask some questions, he's like, no, I never did. I never had nothing like that. I never thought, never. And here, what happens is, a lot of times, demons don't want people always that's like them. They want people that's not like them because they get crowned. In the spirit world, they get, just like games, they get rewards. So it's nothing wrong for turning somebody out. They get rewarded for that. And the enemy rewards your flesh when you win more for him. Are you hearing me? And that young boy was struggling with that. And when he found himself doing, watch this, he never went to homosexuality. He never went to homosexuality. But he went to having sex so much with women to fight against that spirit that had been embedded on him. And then when him and I prayed and we prayed and he went to the pastor and told the pastor, he said, I gotta leave this church. He said, you're not right, because you let this man come in here and do this, and I'm fighting for my life. The child tried to commit suicide, he tried a lot of things. It's because if you have never been that lifestyle before, never had a thought, but those oppressing spirits is constantly coming. You know, a real person, a real man, he gonna war and fight against that, and you know, the enemy play with you. So this is what I told him. I said, young man, this was not to turn you out. This was to make you kill yourself.
Wow.
The day he tried to commit suicide, I went to his house. I said, this was not to turn you out. This was to make you do what you did right here. I said, but the hand of the Lord is on you so that you try to be that more. I said, the moment you defeat suicide, you will defeat that spirit. And so what we did is start rebuking the spirit of suicide. And then the spirit dissipated. And then all of a sudden, all the other things stop. Look at your neighbor, tell your neighbor, I got to be responsible.
God is responsible.
In order for me to be responsible,